200 parents in Academy School District 20 in Colorado Springs want a board member to be criminally charged for obscenity. It comes after Derrick Wilburn read aloud a passage from a book that they call explicit. It happened during a candidate forum at Chinook Trail Middle School in October. News 5's Lindsay Jensen breaks down a petition that is now heading to the district attorney's office.
Students here at Chinook Trail Middle School were asking questions to school board candidates last October. The way then candidate Derrick Wilburn responded to a question about book bans has some parents asking the district attorney's office to open a criminal investigation.
Fat bucket did all them tell you mother at the hospital I should kill you, she screamed at me.
That was D20 school board member Derrick Wilburn reading a passage from a book called Push. He read it in response to the student's question about how the board would ensure banning books would not limit access to diverse educational literature.
There were a multitude of ways he could have expressed that some content in some books might be offensive to some people. But instead, he chose to do a performance piece and utter obscenities that horrified a number of people in the audience.
Wilburn did apologize to the crowd in advance for what they were about to hear.
At that moment, he took the parental rights from every parent in that room to protect their children from the words he uttered. He claims that he issued a warning. He said something along the lines of, "I haven't said these words for 30 years. That is not a warning.
A petition by a group called Concerned Parents of D20 is making its way to the district attorney's office. I showed this video of Wilburn to former DA Dan May.
That's horrible stuff, but quite frankly, if kids turn on TV and they want to watch HBO and they want to see some of the comedians that are doing acts or just shows that are on there, they're going to see some of the very same things.
In late November, the DA's office considered a petition to file charges over around 200 books in local public schools that the petitioners found offensive, including Push.
They really took their time to look at it in terms of whether they thought they could succeed on obscenity charges for what was written there. I'm not sure the analysis is any different for what's written versus what's said verbally.
May told me it's not likely the DA can criminally charge Wilburn for this.
The obscenity laws are so vague and so broad, and the First Amendment protections are so broad in that area.
D20 officials say the book Push is not in any middle schools, but is in 2 high school libraries. In an email, Wilburn said that he is going to, quote, refrain from commenting on the specific concerns raised by the petition.
There's never been an apology issued. There has never been any acknowledgement that this behavior was inappropriate.
We will let you know when the district attorney's office receives the petition and how they respond. In Colorado Springs, I'm Lindsay Jensen, News 5.
Lindsay.